So Trump's in Las Vegas doing a tax cut victory lap. And honestly, this is something that I could get behind.
To talk more about these incredible things that are happening, I'm going to ask really a respected guy, a great guy too. He's difficult. This guy, he's difficult. You know, he's become a big star. He walks down the street and the people are screaming, Scott, Scott, can we have your autograph? I mean, what I did, I created a monster.
Look at this. Trump's introducing this guy and he goes, I created a monster. Then he calls him a monster to his face. That's the kind of relationship you want. Guys who actually get things done.
He's a monster now. That's terrible, but he's doing a great job. But he's great. And you know, when he speaks, the whole market gets soothed. When I speak, the market goes a little jittery. And they say, Scott, go out there, clean it up for me, Scott. But no, he's a fantastic guy. And Scott, you're going to say a few words?
Yes, sir. And thank you. And Mr. President, it's an honor of a lifetime to be part of this administration. And I thought that your supporters here would like a little behind the scene of your incredible first year. This administration has gotten more done in the first year. And let me tell you how that happens. I remember going to see the president February 2024 at Mar-a-Lago, candidate Trump, and he was talking about no tax on tips. He said he'd been out here and he had the idea, no tax on tips. Service workers should keep their tips. Fast forward, July 2025, the working family tax cuts, the one big beautiful bill gets passed by Congress, and here we are, April 2026, within 24 months, President Trump's idea, it became the law of the land, and we are seeing record tax returns, and the people of Nevada, the people of Clark County, are way higher than the national average because of no tax on tips.
Thank you.
President Trump's policies are reviving the American dream. Yesterday was tax day, and under President Trump, we are celebrating how much more money hardworking Americans will keep, not how much the government will take. Thanks to President Trump and congressional Republicans, the working family tax cuts helps every American chart their own path. Throughout this tax season, I have heard from American workers, families, diner and restaurant owners, bartenders, waiters and waitresses, and communities across the country, and it is clear that workers and families are feeling the benefits.
And listen, every single Democrat voted against this program. That's the contrast. They want to raise your taxes. Republicans delivered.
The administration is upholding the foundational principle that hardworking Americans should be rewarded with the fruits of their labor, not punished by tax hikes. And this tax season proves it. In households across America, 53 million filers had taken advantage of at least one of the president's signature tax cuts: no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, enhanced tax relief for our great seniors, and the ability to deduct interest on new car loans if it's an American car. And this is the refunds and the tax cuts have exceeded our expectations. Here in Las Vegas, millions of hardworking Americans have benefited, and I want you all to remember, every single Democrat voted against this program. So more than 6 million filers, they have taken the advantage of no tax on tips. 25 million filers, no tax on overtime. And this is what happens when policies are made for workers and not for D.C. And also, as the head of the IRS, I want to also tell all of you two things. Go to trumpaccounts.gov if you have not registered your children for Trump accounts. It's very easy to remember, trumpaccounts.gov, and fill out form number 4547. For those of you who have children born during President Trump's term, Treasury will seed that account with $1,000. For those of you With children under 18, you can add to those accounts. Great philanthropists like Michael, Susan, Dell are adding to that. And the other thing, too, is I want to remind everyone, change your withholding. If you're getting a big tax return, a big tax refund this year, it's because you didn't change your withholding last year. If you change your withholding now, you'll get an automatic raise in your real income. Your weekly, monthly income will go up right here, right now. And I just want to thank President Trump for championing this program, because I can tell you, some of the some of the more traditional Republicans on economics didn't want this to be part of the program. President Trump fought for this the whole way, and this is why we have a new, bigger Republican Party. It's because of policies like this. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Before I introduce, I just want to say two things that to me very important. So right now in this country, we have more people working than at any time in the history of our country. Think of that. And also, that's pretty good. And, while in Europe and a lot of other places, they're looking for oil, they're looking for gas, they want gasoline, they're having a hard time. We have a lot. So at this moment, right now, we have more oil production than Russia and Saudi Arabia by far. Russia and Saudi Arabia put together, if you add them up together. And by next year, it will be double that amount. So it's pretty amazing. Those two facts. More people working than ever before. Everybody is looking at their tax return. They're getting tremendous amounts of money back, much more than they thought. But it's great to be back in a place I love, Las Vegas. Did a lot of business here. We had great success here. Before politics, it was fantastic. And this is the birthplace of a little idea known as no tax on tips. This is the birthplace. A young waitress came up to me during dinner and she said, "Sir, we should have no tax on tips." I said, "What?" Say it again. "We should have no tax on tips." I said, "That's the greatest thing I've ever heard." I walked outside to the fake news media. I say, "Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no tax on tips." That was it. It was not an expensive consultant.
But the best part, the waitress story. A young waitress came up to him at a dinner and said, "We should have no tax on tips." He walked out to the media and announced it right there. No consultants, no focus groups, just a conversation.
Las Vegas is the home of the largest concentration of tipped workers anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, actually. And thanks to our tax cuts this week, thousands of Nevada waiters, waitresses, casino dealers, bartenders, bellmen, barbers, caddies. So I love those caddies. They're very good if you have the right caddy. And valets receive the biggest tax refunds of their entire lives, and you see it. And I just want to say you're welcome. You're welcome. No, it's all over. There's so many, even in the fake news, where they have these different. You always want to watch the enemy a little bit. You don't want to watch too much. You want to find out where they're coming from, and they come from dark places. But even there, people are saying, "Wow, this is really amazing." It's a great, big, beautiful bill that came in, and we should call it the Great, Big, Beautiful Tax Cut Bill, because that's really what it is. Other things also, but regulations. But it's really, the tax cuts are enormous. So it's just such an honor.
That's the thing. This is what happens when leaders actually listen to people. Vegas has the most tipped workers, and now they're keeping their money. That's the verdict. Like and subscribe.